Hello, everybody. My name is Chewy. This is the I Love You podcast, and today we're going to be discussing episode 168 of I Love You. I am joined by Vax and Fred.
Hi.
In the list. So for right now, I'm gonna make a list as we talk, just so
Okay.
we can keep pushing. So
I feel
will
like
probably be first, right?
we can go just like right into it, because
Yeah.
this is the sort of episode where you do that sort of thing. So, okay, our first topic is Kosuke's reaction to Noel being drunk and his attempts to help him, question mark? Like, what do we think, Like, there's a lot to unpack there.
I've been saying this for like 3 weeks now, but I told you Kosuke has been like the saving grace of these episodes. Like he's been a real delight. Like he's like the only one acting like semi-normal, and I felt like what he was doing like in this episode was like really gave off like older brother kind of material.
Aw, for once.
Actually, for once, he's actually acting like someone's older brother, but then Noel was just like, "Get off of me." So I was like, "Oh,
Yeah. It's a little bit like the Hansuke Kosuke dynamic for sure, with like Noel running off and Kosuke having to chase him. Like, I feel like that's what happened at the club.
too." When Noel makes like that face where he's like, "Look, I'm fine," just faking it. And he's like mocking him, like not mocking him, but he's like trying to like be like, he's trying to like be rude, like he's trying to be
Yeah.
condescending, all that other stuff.
He's like, I remember there was this one line, he's like, oh, would it really affect you that much if father gave me more attention or whatever? Some shit like that, this episode. And I was like, God damn, we are really going at the T right now.
And then Kosuke was just looking like, "What?" He's just like, "What? Like, what are you
I
doing?"
love
Like,
it! I love confused Suke. I love himbo Suke.
it's okay. That's been Kosuke this whole episode. Like
This whole arc.
What?
Just like,
Like
huh?
what?
Question mark?
Like what? Like why is everybody so weird? It still holds to this day. Why is everybody acting so weird?
I love that. It's so good. It's so good. Vex, you got anything?
Yeah, I don't really like how Noel is being these past few episodes. It's like watching a kid having a tantrum.
I mean, that's kind of what's happening.
Yeah, and yeah, like you were saying, Fred, Kosuke is really being a delight these few episodes, but I don't really blame Noel. He's just over every
Yeah.
bullshit. So
Totally.
But I do like that Noel is speaking his mind because we haven't gotten that too much with Kosuke and him, and I think that could probably lead to a better relationship. Being honest, potentially, because
maybe in the long run, right?
Already shit. Yeah, in the long run. I mean, like if they continue like any form of communication, as long as he just speaks his mind and he doesn't hold back the truth, then I could see it happening.
Like, I feel like he really wasn't, you know? He really wasn't holding back the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. It really feels like we're seeing like the side of Noel that like has been like wanting to come out, and like now that like he has like really nothing to lose, like it's all just coming like out the surface now at this party.
It's like
I mean,
unraveling.
Yeah, right in front of our eyes, and it's really so insane. Oh my god, Alyssa!
It's so funny because like, wait, we'll get into Alyssa. Don't worry. It's just so funny too because it's like nobody's used to this side of Noel really, especially not Kosuke. Well, then maybe he kind of is. But like, it's just so funny seeing his confused reaction. He's like, "Wait, what? Like, what's happening? Huh?" Like he's just taken aback. Like he can't even process what's happening.
Noel being like, because like Noel's pretty passive most of the time, so I feel like he's not used to seeing him like act like that, like act like we're like giving like Kosuke the same energy back that he used to give him. I feel like he's not used to that, so he's just like, what's going on here? But at the same time, like I feel like Kosuke's taking it pretty well. Like he's actually taking a lot of this pretty
It's because
well.
he doesn't understand what's happening that he's taking you.
Yeah.
There
He's
was
like, I'm gonna find him.
There's like one thing that I did want to point out though, is that when like Noel slapped him or did something, like squeezed Kosuke's hand, something with his hand,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Oh my God, Kosuke, you are right." He was like, "This is nothing," and like that called me back to the theory that we have, right? That the kid that Noel sent to the hospital was Kosuke, and like he actually got physically hurt by Noel. This it would be like, like a recalling to that, I guess. Like this is nothing. This guy sent me to the hospital.
Yeah.
Wow. I should not be laughing. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's kind of funny because just thinking about Kosuke being beat up by Noel.
It's so good, but
I'm
also
getting
I
beat
know
up
it's
on my
gonna be tragic.
getting beat up by my 13-year-old brother.
Honestly, though, Noel's built, so like,
He is.
that's a totally
Okay,
different
but like,
conversation,
can we
though.
talk?
Hmm?
Have we already mentioned Alyssa and how
No,
she
that's our
was
next
so
topic.
quick
Let,
to
let's talk
jump
about
on
Alyssa.
Quick to jump on Kosuke's
She was
side. Like, I feel
so
like that's
quick.
so shady.
Oh, it's so gross.
Like, bro, like, you're such like,
She's such
like I never really
a
saw it
Kosuke
before. Like,
dick
okay,
rider.
oh my god. Okay, I never really like saw it. Oh, I did used to see it, but like it wasn't like so apparent until like today. Like she's making it really obvious.
I'm surprised Kimchi's making it this obvious. Like, I thought this was gonna be
I
some slow
know.
burn sort of thing, but like, she's really just hammering it home with the message here. Honestly, if I see one more person try to deny the fact that Alyssa is trying to pursue Kosuke, I'm gonna like put my head through a wall. Like, this is the most obvious thing.
I'm sorry. She is making it very obvious, but I feel like we're gonna see a lot more that we don't expect from
Hmm.
Alyssa. Because for now, we know that she just has this fixation around Kosuke because of his money and his status.
Hmm.
Like I want to see more
Oh, for
of
sure.
what's going through her head.
Like, really how the
It's
inner workings of
because
her
like
psyche are.
yeah, it's really
Mm-hmm.
clear. Like she doesn't really like Kosuke for Kosuke. She likes
She might
Kosuke because of what he
convince herself that
represents.
she does, but we literally all know that she
Really,
doesn't.
yeah,
Because
she likes
watch,
Kosuke
wait,
for
wait, wait,
what he
watch.
represents.
Literally, like Kosuke, she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, I love Kosuke," like blah blah blah, blah, all that trash. But like the moment Kosuke, like his reputation is tarnished a little bit, or like some money gets taken away or something, right? She's gonna be, it's like all gonna fall apart, and then she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, I hate Kosuke," like ew, like she just sees him for the man like he is, you know?
Yeah.
She really just idolizes him right now. It's not really anything like romantic or whatever. Which, of course, is opposite to Meg, who loves Kosuke for who he is and not, oh,
Yeah.
ugh, she's so good. So good.
I wait. I just want to see that moment where her idea of Kosuke kind of just crumbles,
Oh,
like right
yeah.
in her face. I just, I really want to see it.
I am scared too, though, about the possibility that like Kosuke sort of becomes dependent on Alyssa because she's like the only one that's there for him at like a given moment. And then when Alyssa, backs off because she obviously doesn't care about like um Kosuke, he's gonna realize that
Hmm.
she was never there for him. So yeah, Alyssa. I felt like I talked about her so much last episode that like I want you guys to talk a little bit more about her.
Alyssa, and my whole thing on Alyssa is I feel like she's like genuinely like she's a social climber. It's been very apparent, and her behavior this episode has really shown a different side of her that like I didn't even know existed. Honestly, like I always because like I always knew Alyssa had her issues, but I could write that off as her just being young and being like like in a group like this. Like okay, I do
Yeah.
feel like somewhat bad for her because like her group members do treat her pretty badly, and like it does seem like
Oh,
it
for
does
sure.
things are hard for her. But at the same time, like it's really hard to feel sympathy for someone when you know their past and you know what they've done before. So it's hard to feel sympathy for her because I feel like a lot of her problems she brings herself. Like
Yes, it's
she
self-inflicted.
wants, yeah, she wants this life for herself. So I feel like she's like
It's
causing a lot of
literally
her own
like what
problems.
Rand did. Okay, I need to shut up. Please continue.
And it's just like she wants this life. So I feel like as long as she wants this life, this is just the consequences that it's always gonna bring her. So I really can't bring myself to really feel a lot of sympathy for her. Like, yeah, I feel like somewhat bad because like okay, like yeah, like people should treat others with kindness, like, but like at the same time, like you asked for this, like this is what you signed up for. This is who you choose to be with. This is what how you choose to represent yourself. This is how you show yourself to the world. So like at the end of the day, like if you wanted to, you didn't have to do this, but you chose to. So like it's really just like her fault at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And like not even that's not even like even touching base on the whole Kosuke thing. But, like regardless of like
Touch
anything
base
with
on that.
her, touching base on the whole Kosuke thing, the only thing I wouldn't even really mind it if she actually had a crush on him. Like I feel like that would be better than how it is right now. Because like, at least then you can just write it off as having a crush on someone older than you who just happens to
Mm-hmm.
be attractive. But
Yeah.
like I genuinely feel like the only reason she feels herself gravitating towards Kosuke is because of what he represents as a person. He represents power, status, and like everything she wants. And like if she were to get with him, that would boost her up so much because like he's such a prominent. Well, his family is such a prominent figure, and him being connected to her would really give her the status that she so desperately wants to achieve. And I feel like the contrast of that with Noel is that I mean Noel does give her that entry in, but Kosuke is the one who will like
He's everything that
yeah, he's
like
like the
Alyssa would
goal.
want.
He's like the goal. Noel's like the entryway, and like
No
Kosuke is
offense,
like
Noel.
the end goal. Yeah, but like no offense, Noel. Like
Honestly, I
obviously,
don't think
Alyssa's your
Noel
dad.
should want to be in that position anyway. It sounds very awful.
It does sound awful. And I feel like, and I do feel like Noel genuinely does like Alyssa because,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, as I recall from the flashbacks, it seemed like the relationship was pretty normal up until Yui got in the picture. So, like that's what it felt
Lovely.
like at the time. So I feel like it really just
Yeah.
sucks, like how it all like laid out and how it all happened. But again, at the end of the day, like you can only really blame Alyssa and I
Yeah.
guess Yui for all of this, but really Alyssa because like you choose. Yeah, okay, yeah, like she chose like
Yeah.
what is going on right now. People try to say that like she's being manipulated, but I feel like she like is a
She
lot smarter than
understands
she
she's
lets
being
on. Yeah,
manipulated.
yeah, I feel like she's a lot smarter than what she lets on, and she knows what's going on, and she knows like what she wants, and she knows like what she has to do to get it. And I feel like that's what's going on right now. But yeah, that's my whole spiel on Alyssa. Dax, anything to add? Like, sorry, I went on like a whole little
Um,
tangent.
sorry, it's okay. But Chewie, you were saying how Noel actually has feelings for Alyssa. I do believe you. After this episode, I was like, I don't feel that ick anymore because I know it was true. At one point, he did really like Alyssa. We all know that
Mhm.
was true. He really did like her.
Mm.
Um, he does care for her and all that. And did we get to the part where they like talked individually or no?
No,
No,
not
Are you talking
yet.
about that? No.
that's after the scene with Yui and
Yeah,
Rand.
but like him just still getting hurt over her choosing
Oh yeah.
Kosuke, like I don't know, like it just makes me want to, like
We
punch
can just talk
Alyssa
about
right
that
in the face.
now. We can talk
Is
about the
it? Yeah,
closet
we can
scene.
touch base. We can
Yeah.
touch base on that too, since it has to do with
I
their
think it
situation,
ties in. Let's
anyways.
just talk about it now. The
Yeah,
Alyssa Noel closet scene thingy.
I think it really shows like Noel how Noel really does care about Alyssa. I feel like that was apparent from the get go. Like he does like
Yeah.
Alyssa. Might not be romantically, at like to well, as far as he knows, he might think it's romantically, but I think he just likes her platonically, and that's just like extending because he's known her for so long. But I feel like generally what he feels is just that like she's like choosing Kosuke over him, and I feel like that's what's really causing a lot of this hurt right now.
Ooh,
And
that's what if like Noel turns that like against Kosuke and like uses that resentment, you know? I feel like that would be such good underlying resentment.
like I just feel like what she's like doing is like well, I feel like Alyssa's aware of what she's doing, even if she isn't aware of it. I feel like I mean, she definitely is.
No, she
Like, don't
is.
get me wrong, Noel is definitely starting. Like, he's definitely picking a fight.
Hmm.
But I mean,
I
he's
definitely
not pick.
feel like no, no, go ahead.
But I feel like Alyssa is just like shouldn't be the one picking sides right now. She really shouldn't be like
Like,
it
why
while
are
she is
you
getting.
doing this? Why are you getting
Yes,
involved in this mess? Holy moly. I
like
think
it
that
really
this is
just shows her
such a
true
good
colors.
like plot device too to like really get that wedge in between Noel and Kosuke because now like right before he goes to jail, his girlfriend basically admits that he loves, quote unquote loves, his brother. Like she loves his brother. Like, and that's going to resonate with him when he's in jail and he's just thinking over that thing that just happened, right? He's gonna, it's just one more thing that Kosuke inadvertently took away from him. But I think that Nola's reached a point that he does not give a shit if it was inadvertent or not. He's gonna blame Kosuke for it. And that's gonna just turn into more bitterness between them, I think. Honestly, the Noel Alyssa thing was sad and heartbreaking, but I think it's just a prelude to what's to come. Like I think this is just the start. I think it's like foreshadowing because for me at least the real drama is Alyssa and Meg. Holy moly. Can you
When that hits the fan,
imagine?
when that hits the fan, it's gonna be a mess. All
That's
of this stuff
gonna
is gonna
make
be
this
such a
stuff look
mess.
so tame. That's gonna make this Noel Alyssa conversation so tame. Alyssa and Meg? Oh my god, guys. Holy shit. Oh, I'm already gonna start crying for Meg. I already know. Like, because
I
imagine, right?
did.
I just need Alyssa.
Literally the first time we really saw Alyssa in the present day was when she was in the car with Meg and they were going to the formal. What was happening? Meg was literally like talking about how much she loved Kosuke to Alyssa, and Alyssa was like, yes, whatever, blah blah blah. Like that's how we first were introduced to them like that, you know? Like it is so clear that Alyssa knows everything that Meg feels for Kosuke and like she's just like, I like that gold though. Them dollar bills. Why? Literally why? You're ruining she first off, she like fucking ruined her relationship with Noel. I feel like that's like the first thing. And then she's going to end up it's foreshadowing for all the relationships she's going to ruin in the process of trying to get to the top.
Yeah.
It's so much like Rand, like I can't even begin to like talk about like how much this parallels Rand. But um okay. Do we want to talk about the Yui scene?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so
God,
interesting.
what I'd like to mention is I feel like this is like the first time we've actually like seen Yui like actually like what's I'm looking for like show like emotion. Like she started cracking, if that makes sense.
I
Like
think
she
we
was looking
sort of
like.
Mm,
saw it, but I don't think Quimchee was being as obvious as she was now.
Mhm.
Like I feel like the times that we sort of saw it, like we didn't realize that that was happening. But like here, it was very evidently Kimchi was trying to show that that's what was happening, you know?
yeah. I okay, but what I found interesting, I think I've mentioned it before. We've seen how Yui and Rand are their dynamic. She's like really controlling.
Mm-hmm.
What's that one episode where he's like staring outside the window and she comes up with
Yeah.
short hair?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Like I
Beyond
just
freakish.
yeah, I think I've said it before, but Yui just she makes Rand or not makes, but pressures him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how she does it, but
Coerces him?
yeah, into she's like, "Aren't you going to discipline your son?" And when he replied something like, "Oh, what did he say?" Like I can't even remember.
He said just let it be. I think he said just let it be.
Yeah, he like dismissed her, and then she like her face twitched. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like
cause
having a stroke right
was
now. I
look cause
can't
Noel
formulate.
cause Noel was looking at her with like such like defiance. Like she looked
Oh
like she was
yeah.
shocked. Her whole face just changed. She was just like, oh my god. She was just like how bold. Like
for
Really
sure.
giving Cersei from Game of
Haha,
Thrones.
literally Cersei. Holy shit. I think that this really just proves that Noel really is Rand's way out, and Rand seeing Noel like this gives Rand this sense of confidence because he
You're
wouldn't defy
so
Yui out
right.
of nowhere. Like he's doing this because of Noel, and he sees the potential that Noel has. You know, he's like,
Mm-hmm.
haha, bitch, I got a real weapon now. That weapon is my son. That's so fucked up, but and, back to the point. You know, he really sees the potential in Noel, and that's giving him this confidence to stand up to Yui in a way that he
Mm-hmm.
didn't do before. I'm also scared. Is
Yeah,
anyone scared? Like, I'm hyped, but I'm also scared because I don't know how Yui's gonna
I'm very
retaliate.
scared.
I'm scared for Noel and China and Meg and everybody, but I'm also very scared for Kosuke because we have not seen how this sort of defensiveness that she gets like impacts her closest partner, you know? Like I just feel like she's gonna
Mm-hmm.
become more territorial, more possessive, all of that stuff over Kosuke, and like that scares me. That very much scares me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it worries me
if
too.
she if she loses control of Rand, she's initially just losing control of both Kosuke and Noel in a way,
Hmm.
especially Noel.
Oh yeah.
And if it was just her, she wouldn't have been able to do all this. Obviously, Rand has taken up part of all this
Yes.
bull
I mean, like
crap.
Rand is the reason why Yui has Kosuke under her finger. Like, and if
Yeah.
she loses
Mm-hmm.
Rand, she also will lose Kosuke, and then like literally everything will fall apart.
Exactly.
So this is like
Like Rand is. Yeah.
not to say that Rand didn't play an active part in this. He absolutely did. But like from Kosuke's perspective, it's just like
Mm-hmm.
Yui is like this is dominoes. Like once thing that she loses, like everything comes tumbling down. I'm
Mm-hmm.
scared, guys, though. I don't think this is gonna be like a hooray, we defeated Yui sort of moment. I think this is gonna be like a uh-oh, we really provoked the bear.
I'm just hoping that whatever happens quickly, so I don't have to suffer.
No, literally. I'm so scared.
I want to go to Shana's party so bad. Like I just can't even deal
Yeah, what are
anymore.
we doing at this
Same.
dumbass Christmas party, bro, with all these people? Can we just vibe at Shina's house? Ugh.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
I'm
gonna
kind of
be like
sick of
August
seeing.
and we're still gonna be doing Christmas parties. This is gonna be so fun. Uh, but yeah, I'm very
That
excited.
person. So,
Hmm. Do,
Okay.
do.
What's the
Do we have anything else?
I
episode?
don't think
Honestly,
so.
Yeah,
we mainly
I'm
covered everything.
excited for part two of The Last Night. Ah,
Me
It
too.
wasn't.
wait, is this part two?
Oh
Too.
shit.
I'm at the next part. Is there a next part? I have no idea. Whatever,
I
I'm
don't know. I
excited for
feel
the
like it's
next
gonna cut off.
chapter. Let's just say that. Yeah, so we don't have anything else?
I don't think so.
That's it for the episode.
Okay,
I mean, I
well,
want to see Alyssa covered in vomit. So
yes, let's go. Dude, Kimchi better show that. I need to see it. This is the
I need
payoff
to laugh.
scene we've been waiting for. Alyssa covered in vomit.
Right.
So, um, well, that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I hope you guys come back next week for more. Bye!